After dominating the early part of the season, one slip-up has seen the Pacific Tower drop down as low as 3rd place in the GRC table. Now heading into round 7 of the competition, they look to fight their way back, and they'll do it up against the 10th place Clermont. Hello everyone and welcome back along to your home of rugby and the Global Rugby Challenge, the GRC or the Subscriber Series, the series where you guys take the field against the world's elite and against each other. Today we've got the Tower up against Clermont as these two teams look to put their seasons back on track through the midway part of the competition. The Pacific Tower are the home team for tonight's matchup and they sit 3rd on the table. 5 wins, just the 1 loss, but a side that has often struggled to put those bonus points away as they've played a lot of games against other subscriber teams. Most recently though have been a couple of AI clashes, of course the famous loss or infamous loss if you're a Tower fan against Toulouse 15-14. They went down to the French club by a single point, followed that up in round 6 with a 30 points to 17 thrashing of the mid-table Crusaders. Today it is French team number 2 as they take on Clermont in round 7. The starting team for tonight will be as follows. Fetu Tipu will start in the number 1 jumper with Shay Givens and Richard Morgan alongside him in the front row. Hiram Andrews and Ryan Rebb will combine together in the 2nd row with Conrad Femby, Tama Bailey and Fatu Fulafesis, the back row combination. Finn Hansen will start at 9 with Loreno Tammy outside him at 10. In the midfield will be the experiencing captain Bob Jeffrey at inside centre with Tom Barrett in the number 13 jumper, Max Hansen on the left wing, Marcus White on the right, and Ifeola Fasufa will be starting in the number 15 jumper at fullback for the Pacific Tower, who are looking to get this season back on track. Up against them are Clermont, a team sitting way down in 10th position. They're challenging the All Flags for terrible seasons this year. It is a 3-win, 3-loss record for the French club, who are sitting at a crossroads of where their season will go. A win here is necessary for them to really climb up the table. Their recent form has been pretty average. They got thumped by the Flakers 28-14 back in round 5, and then most recently in round 6 it was Leinster, who are doing fairly well for themselves as well, thumping Clermont 40 points to 12. It is a long way looking back. This team certainly does have the quality to get anyone on their day. Luni Uhila, John Ulugia and Rabah Slimani will be the front row for Clermont. Siliki Tamani and Sebastian Bahamahina will combine up in the middle of the pack. It'll be Yato, Kankure and Lee who will line up in the back row of the pack. Moving in to the back line, there's no Morgan Parter tonight. It will be Charlie Kasang who will start at scrum half, and alongside him will be Camilo Lopez. Into midfield, Wesley Fofana and Damien Pinot will once again link up to strike through the heart with Ali Raka on the left wing, David Streetel on the right, and of course the Iceman, Isai Tuiava in the 15 for Clermont. Do or die here for the French side. They need to win, but the Tower are no easy feats. So it'll be the Pacific Tower kicking this matchup underway. Loreno Tammy with ball in hand for round 7, the final match of this round. And we will see where these teams lie after today's 80 minutes. It's the Tower in the blue, it's Clermont in the yellow, and Tammy gets this round 7 clash underway with a deep kick into the Clermont 22 and a strong chase too by the Tower, but breaking straight through the middle already is Yato. And for Clermont, it's a good strong start as well. Luhila running in a pick and go straight off the back of the ruck. Fritz Lee now with a bit of a rumble. He's going to Streetel. Streetel offloads beautifully as well as they just break their way now out of the 22. And the Pacific Tower almost get the turnover. It's Tamani. Another one-off play here by Clermont. Lee pops it back inside. Kankule. Now they get a bit of width on it as well. Tamani pops it back inside to Ulugia. And the hooker rumbles his way up towards the 10-metre line for Clermont. Pinot now gets a bit of width on the ball as well. Really goes out to Raka. Raka up against White. Inside pass is very nice. Back to his loose head prop. And Lonnie Uila takes it just short of halfway. Ulugia goes short to Pinot, and this time it is the centre. He's having a bit of a rumble up the middle of the park. Lopez looking for options and just finds a hefty tackle right in front of him from Fulafesis. Another run here from Uhila. It's very forward dominant base at the moment by Clermont. And this time Ulugia goes for another striking run. Bahamina changes directions very well out to Pinot. And with a little bit of room in front of him, Damien Pinot looks instead for the kick so far. What a pass! Magical play almost looking for Hansen on the left wing. Sofa with a bullet pass. Great pass, but too hot for Hansen on the wing. Really loved the speed of that pass as well, but couldn't quite find the man. Now the chance for Clermont as Lopez switches straight out to Raka, and Raka will score. Oh, terrible defense from the Toa. And Ali Raka gets the first try of the match. A mistake by the Toa, fielding a kick, and now defensively they were absolutely rubbish. It went to Lopez, who skipped everyone out, straight to Raka, who put the wheels down and was too quick off the mark for Marcus White, and no chance for Sofa coming across. What a start for Clermont. They toiled for a good 10 or so minutes in their own half. A good kick, a lucky bounce, and now they got their opening try. Well, we all look back at Falofa Sofa, the man who delivered an astonishing miracle attempted pass to Max Hansen. They went straight to touch. Now the set play, beautiful it was, has allowed Clermont to get them on the scoreboard early, and Camilla Lopez adds the extra 2. It is 7 points to 0. Clermont's lead early over the Toa. And there's something about these French clubs that the Toa just don't like. Will they find a way? Tammy back to halfway, and we are 16 minutes in. He's gone short this time, and Gibbons has found it to White. And it's a slow ball here, but turned over by Clermont. That's a great play as well. Yato goes infield, and what a run straight to the middle here from the Fijian. Yato over halfway and turned over from Tipu. Here's Tama Bailey. The Toa now looking off for support. Couldn't find the man, and the pass is wayward as ever. Not for the first time tonight by the Toa. Lee pops the pass out in the tackle, and this has got to be a turnover. Here it is. Morgan says thanks very much. Throws it out to Jeffrey. Here's Webb. Passes early to Tammy. Tammy goes to Byrne, who shakes up, and Byrne will go in for the reply. That's a try. Back to the Toa, and Tom Barrett has continued on his impressive form this season. Well, there's a gaping hole for Tom Barrett. He looked left to Max Hansen. He didn't risk the pass. Lorino Tammy with a great flat ball and hits it straight in front of Streetle, straight past him, and in for the try with no fullback in place. After a series of turnovers, a series of poor plays by both teams, now this time it is the Toa who hit the scoreboard. It certainly isn't the spectacle we would have expected between these two sides. The Toa, normally a very clinical, a very good side. Tonight, they've been error-ridden and only have that quick-thinking counter-attack play to thank to be on the scoreboard. Here is Tammy. The shot at goal to make it 7-all after 25 minutes. And an easy kick just to left the uprights is straight over. It's 7-7. Toa, Clermont, tied up again. Back to halfway, and it looks like Osai Zuiava is taking the infield kicking options here for Clermont as he gets his back underway. The high kick to the left-hand side. And here is the try scorer, Barrett. Throws a desperate offload to Bembe, and Jeffrey knocks it on. Chance back now for the Clermont side as they strive straight into the 22. Loose ball, they played with the grubber as well. Big chance for Clermont. Advantages with them as well if they want it. Slow ball this time though. Bahamida, running Bahamida, passes down nicely. The big boys in the second row combining down wide, and Pinot puts the little grubber in. That goes dead in goal. Should have looked to his outside options. Raka was right there. Advantage is over. And the Toa have the option to go for a 22 dropout. Tammy is the man on it again. He slaps us deep this time, going high into the Clermont half. And it's picked up from Wesley Fofana, and they option wide, and it's a great turnover intercept from Webb, but he's kicked that high. Don't know what his thought process was there. Desperate passes away now, as it's Slimani getting away to Fofana. Fofana out one behind me, back of field to Tamani, giving options very left and right at the moment as Yato goes into contact and finally breaks it down. But Bob Jeffrey steals the ball for the Toa. Marcus White, scrum half, White, defending, Marcus White, punches on his outside, it's Tom Barrett, it's a double from Tom Barrett early on. First half, 2 tries, Tom Barrett cashes in. 12-7 the scoreline reads now, Tom Barrett having a cracking match, but Marcus White, the man of the moment, great fend, getting rid of the attempted tackle coming in from Kankore. And the finish out wide, the overlap numbers as they come up against the sides of the other. This was beautiful from Marcus White. Deserves all the credit for that try, but it will be Tom Barrett that gets his name on the score sheet. Rare chance to see this amazing Pacific Toa home kit as well. Most games they play on the road, they are playing in their away strip. Today though, a chance to celebrate the blue and the red and white. As Tammy steps up, way out on the right-hand side this time, and he is flawless with his technique. Another successful kick for the Toa. And the scoreline now reads 14-7. We have had a little bit of everything in this match. We've had poor passes, intercepts, knock-ons, fired into touch plays. It is all going off for this final match of round 7 as Tuiava gets this back underway as Givens takes the ball into contact.
Release.
Right on the 10-metre line, sets it up. Here's Loreno Tammy. He's going to look for the option of territory as he kicks it away from Tuiava, who fields it nicely on the bounce and passes back to Street, or back inside. It goes to number 9, Kasung. And it's fielded at the back there from Sofa. He's going to run this. Oh, Sofa! What a step! Leaving Lopez grasping at Finia. Sipu, away to Jeffrey. Something's cooking here for the Toa. Offload coming in to Marcus White. It's forward. And Tom Barrett proves once again that he's not a perfect player. Error from the outside centre. It was a great offload. Marcus White hitting it at pace as well. And the favour seemingly repaid from outside centre to winger. But the referee calls time on the first half. And it is 14-7 at the break between the Toa and Clermont. Well, some interesting reading here in the stats. Possession has gone the way of the French side just by a whisker, 54-46, but territory heavily back the other way, 60-40 pretty much on the territory stat. Line breaks sit at 4 apiece as both sides have shown their real desire to play some attacking rugby at the risk of some poor errors. The Pacific Toa, definitely that team. 7 handling mistakes in the opening half so far. It is going to be an exciting second 40 with neither side really dominating this match so far. 7-point lead for the Toa will certainly not be enough against this attacking Clermont team. Back to halfway for the second half. The teams are out there ready for 40 minutes more action. And it is Tuiava still on kicking duties for Clermont, who kicks us underway. And staken beautifully there from Damien Pinot. Flying high through the night sky. Pinot grabs the ball for Clermont. Pass was average there and it could be turned over. It's a penalty, in fact. Lonnie Uhila was wrapped up without anyone in front of support. And 2 Toa players right there to snaffle the ball, which he would not release. And Loreno Tammy has given this a fair wallop downfield, just about to the 22. It's a great kick from Tammy. Into the 45th minute. Givens throws and Webb takes it. Full of feces in the back. A little bit of a special play at the moment here from the Toa as the back row get involved in the back of the line outs. Comes a bit unstuck. Here's full of feces again. Quick ball away to Tipu. Tipu does very nicely to Barrett. Barrett tries to get it to White. Can't quite do it. And full of feces slides over the sideline with ball in hand. Trying to rescue that pass. But the Afro putting a finger or two on the sideline chalk. Uligia will throw in for Clermont. It's missed by everyone. They're stolen in the middle by Webb. Another chance here for the Toa. Here's Defembi away to White, and there's a hole. There's a big gaping hole for Loreno Tammy. He almost jumped straight through it. Quick ball coming in here. White off his wing. Marcus White going to the corner. White puts a little grubber for Barron. Barron comes across. Can't close down Tuiava, who steps inside him very nicely and thumps it into touch. A little bit exciting there from the Pacific Tower, who are now back out. Just past the 22. Givens throws and it's at the back where it's taken him from Bailey. Here's Bob Jeffrey, the experienced campaigner. Tammy tries to step inside and Torino's Tammy. Oh, he's taken a knock. Tammy with a head knock, he's got to go. And as it is with anything head or neck related, Luno Tammy has to go off, and surprisingly, the replacement will be Jim Aligino. The coach opting to go with the experience of Aligino on the field of fly half over the normal option of Hingo flyouts. So Aligino moves to 10. How will he impact this closely forward? Manches a big scrum from Clermont. Will turn this ball over, and now they got a chance to attack. Kisang out wide, giving it to Sweedle. Flips it back to Kankule, who goes into Uhila. Just short of the 10-metre line, they're going to grind again, Clermont. They get a little bit fancy with an offload as Kankule comes out wide, and he could be in a bit of bother, but he holds on nicely to the ball. Hassan goes deep, and a nice little to play down the short side. Finds some room here for Slimani. But he can't get away from the desperate chasing defence, who hammer him into touch. A little bit of excitement there from Clermont, getting a little bit more expansive as this game wears on. Shea Givens throws, and again it's Webb. Here's Aligino running things, and the number 16 jumper. And he gets his first touch and his first breakdown done and dusted. Here's Tama Bailey. Bailey looking for his options out wide. He finds it eventually to Marcus White. Marcus White all alone now, one to beat. Oh, it's taken beautifully there from Isaiah Tuiava. Turns it over as well, Tuiava. And Kankule. Oh, crunching tackle. What a hit there from the little scrum half, Finn Hansen, and through will go Lee. Fritz Lee now for Clermont. How wide they look. It's Fofana. Max Hansen against Chase. Wesley Fofana to the corner. Fofana try. Big break by Fritz Lee. And away will go the experience. Wesley Fofana for the second Clermont try. How about this pass? And then the foot race between Hansen and Fofana just couldn't get the job done. Well, that was excitement. 101 from Clermont right there. How they got that ball away through the middle of the park. It was a great bust from Fritz Lee. And we all know the finishing abilities of Wesley Fofana. And now the chance for Camilo Lopez to tie this back up as we near the final 10 minutes of this matchup. Lopez has put it wide. That is a surprising miss. Very experienced goal kicker Lopez. And he slides that one away to the right-hand side. And of course, yes, there is no Tammy in the team. So that leaves Bob Jeffrey, who was the starting captain tonight, with the kicking duties. Aligino, he is the one chasing this kickoff down. He is obviously the man who is running the show on the number 10 jumpers. It's a deep kick from Jeffrey. Zamani goes off to Lee, who has smashed a big tackle. Marcus White. Quick ball though for the big man, Saliki Zamani. And now it's Raka who takes the next tackle. Kasang, oh, big tackle, Hansen. Not for the first time tonight. Finn Hansen has been devastating on defence. Tries a turnover. Femby picks up and goes alone. He gets just a few minutes short. Tower, support there for the Feces. Away to Hansen. Hansen wants a big. Hansen puts on the fan. Hansen's got the wrong line. He was looking at the sideline. He should have been looking at the try line. Hansen thinks he scored, but he's put the ball in touch. He did everything so well. Max Hansen on the left wing. Bahamahina pulls it down. Pick and go from Slimani, gets his kick away nicely. And Charlie Kassan kicks into touch. A little bit of breathing space from the Clermont scrum half as we are just minutes away from this one being wrapped up. Will there be a nail in the coffin? Or will Clermont pick up that much needed bonus point? Here's Alexino! An electric play on Jim Alexino! He puts it beyond doubt! And it will be the Tower who take full points here with a victory over Clermont. Well, that was what we brought him on for. That was the plan. That was always going to be what Alexino did. As soon as he come on, you saw him take his first touch straight to contact. He was always going to challenge that backline defence of the line out. Any set piece, he was going to challenge them to get off their line. He was going to challenge Lopez to cut that arrow and cut that angle down. He couldn't do it. Fofana tried as well, but the electric pace and the fleet-footed work of Jim Alexino is enough to put this one beyond doubt. It'll be final say here for the captain, Bob Jeffrey, on conversion duties. Left side for Jeffrey, no problems at all. And the main man standing up here for the Pacific Tower, Bob Jeffrey of the conversion, but of course it was the substitute hero. There he is, Jim Alexino, who gets his team over the line. The late try that puts a penalty, a possible loss, to a big win, denying Clermont the bonus point. They don't pick one up themselves here with the Tower, just 3 tries in the match. But that one was a little bit closer than they would have liked, and how different this match could have been if Flo Pierce had his kicking boots on. It was 2 brilliant tries from Tom Barrett, finished by the excitement machine that is Jim Alexino. It was Loreno Tammy with 2 conversions, and Bob Jeffrey with the one right at the end. Ali Raka and Wesley Fofana picked up 1 try piece for Clermont, and Camilo Lopez with just the 1 conversion successful. 21 points to 12, the final score less than convincing from the Tower. And to the full-time stats, that Clermont really did love having the ball in hand. 56% of possession, and you know why? Because they played so much short rugby. They were picking goes from the forwards. They were one-out short passes to the forwards. Very rarely it got to the back line. But when it did, those guys were electric. 2 tries from their outside backs, and those guys know how to finish. Maybe Clermont could give them more ball next time, but the hard work for the forwards was definitely justified throughout this game. Of course, the injury to Loreno Tammy we'll have a look at the end of the match, and the Handinger as well. They were really rife for the Tower. 11 in the whole matchup, but look at those line breaks. 8-6, 14 line breaks in the game, and we had just 5 tries to celebrate. 21 points to 12 though, an exciting game between the Tower and Clermont. It'll be the Tower that take 4 points to the tally as they continue their fight up the ladder against the Jaguares and the Flakers. So that 21-12 victory for the Tower over Clermont has seen the conclusion of round 7. Next up we do have the only game of round 8. The Glasgow Warriors will be hosting the Flakers. Then following that we've got Toulouse versus the Exeter Chiefs, Jaguares versus Leicester. That is going to be a cracker. Crusaders versus Guardians, Saracens versus the Tower, and finally Clermont, who will, well, probably be a little bit confident now after that performance. They're up against the All Flakes, who are the strugglers of the subscriber sides so far. That is a full round of fixtures for round 8. So just the victory was enough for the Pacific Tower to leapfrog the Flakers and the Jaguares back into top spot before we have any games from round 8 played. But as you can see, the Jaguares are just 1 point adrift, and they have 1 game in hand as well. The bye will be coming soon for the Tower, as it will for the Flakers and the Dragons. The Guardians and the All Flakes have already played out their bye this season, and they are the teams, no surprise, who are lagging at the back of the subscriber pack. The Jaguares, though, they are the team to watch. 6 games and 6 wins. They are on equal points with the Flakers, but they are 4 ahead of the Dragons and a further 7 ahead of the Guardians. In the middle of the pack there we see Leinster and the Crusaders on 17 and 16, while the All Flakes round out the subscriber teams on 15 points. But of course, remember, they had that game in hand. Glasgow, who are in action next, are down in 9th with Clermont unable to pick up their bonus point and put them in the double figures. Toulouse, Saracens and Exeter Chiefs get to pick up a win at the bottom there. Look at that, 6 matches and 6 losses. Not even a bonus point to speak of. at least the Saracens have got themselves a win. Quickly before we wrap up today's episode and see what's coming up next, let me know, Tammy, don't worry, you are fine and fit, rearing to go for the next Toa matchup. No lingering effects from that head or neck injury that you took during the game, so fully fit and ready for round 8, which will see the Flakers in action, as we've talked about already. The Glasgow Warriors at home taking on the Flakers. First time we're seeing the Glasgow team in action, if my memory serves me correctly, so that should be an exciting one as well. And for the Flakers, a chance to go straight to the top of the table, kicking off round number 8. I'll see you for that one, but until then, thanks for tuning in and watching. Hope you're enjoying the series, and I'll see you all next time. Take care.